こんばんは。聞こえてますかね。あ、間違えた。よいしょ。OK なようなんで、ABC 殺人事件進めていきたいと思います。プロファイルの名前を入力す。消しといてよ。なんだろう、これ何でもいいのかな。キャラクター名ってことかな。あ、間違えちゃった。ヒール。これめっちゃ苦手なんですよね、入力する。エゴポイント。エゴポイント。これ。ボーナスのタイムラインでは読めなかった。ポアロの自宅。1935年だって。思ったより滑らかに絵が動いておる。
Some post for you, Poirot.
Mr. Hercule Poirot, you fancy yourself, don't you, at solving mysteries that are too difficult for our poor thick-head British police? Let us see, Mr. Clever Poirot, just how clever you can be. Perhaps you'll find this nut too hard to crack. Look out for Andover on the 21st of the month. Yours extra. ABC.
Oh, it's some sort of joke.
Maybe. But please remind me to inform...
ちょっと待って。
Chief Inspector Jack.
違う。そうさせてない。違う。ヘルプ。あ、なんでヘルプ。左スティックを使ってポアロを動かします。いや、そういうことじゃなくて、自動セーブ、はい。人物を観察するには、その人物が話し込んでいる瞬間をうまく利用してください。彼または彼女の心理状況や性格についての手がかりを得ることができます。そうじゃなくてね、ポアロの意見と同じ手がかりを3つ発見してください。方向キーでメニューを開いてください。そういうことじゃなくて、自動音声じゃなくしてほしいんだけどなぁ。なんか、ややこしくない？R2 を押して L2 を長押しすると手に取ってくれるってことなのかな。じゃあ、それじゃないんだ。待って。後でね、その辺の、あれは見るけども、そうじゃなくて、自動で進めるのをやめれないみたい。英語だし、字ちっちゃいし、 大変なんだけど。これスキップって、スキップ。あ、違う違うスキップしちゃった違うのになとりあえず、挑戦に乗ることになったのかなちょっと、
It's here, Poirot. The murder took place in this street. Grim place
ここ
indeed.
です、ポアロ。殺
Tout à fait,
人。
Hastings.
ほら、
The
全然
streets
や
of
らない。
Andover are in a terrible state.
Look, there's Chief Inspector Japp. He's talking with a policeman.
じゃあ、
Let us try not to get our shoes wet.
めっちゃ早い。アンドオーバー十字キーで、これ何？目的ね、目標ね。はい。ノートにはまだ何も書かれていませんよ。強盗がこの犯罪の動機か？十字キー、十字キーじゃないな。ジョイスティックで、L3 でポアロを動かして、この落ちてる新聞見れないの？見れないね。
Over here, it's Hastings and Poirot. You missed the 9 o'clock train?
We took the 10:30. Luckily, the service is good to Andover.
So, Chief Inspector, what do we have?
The victim is called Alice Asher. She owned this tobacco shop. She was killed yesterday with a blow to the back of the head.
At what time?
Let me just check.
R3 で、なんかカーソルが合いますね。
Is Jap being too relaxed? Let us find the clues that prove it.
とても落ち着いてる。今コントローラーが震えた。あれ？今コントローラー震えて、三角を押したよ。
Is Jap being too relaxed? Let us find the clues that prove it.
私が、あれだな。あれ？ここで心拍。
Indeed, Poirot. We were used to seeing you judge people with more discretion.
私、あれなんですよね。丸と
Is Jap being too relaxed?
×を
Let us find the clues that
逆
prove
に
it.
登録しているので、今戻るが丸だけど、じゃあ丸か？よくわかんないな。このマークは三角で2つのヒントがあるってこと？
Is Jap being too relaxed? Let us find the clues that prove it. なんでここでブルブルするんだろう。ベストのボタンがちゃんと閉まってるとか？いや、決定ボタンがわかんないんだよな。
Indeed, Poirot. We were used to seeing you judge people with more discretion.
何ボタンを押したらいいの？丸を押したら戻っちゃうんだよね。
Poro, my friend, give me a minute to find the damn notebook.
はい。バツの下の長いのは何なのかな？とりあえず、これで。
Is Jap being too relaxed? Let us find the clues that prove it.
いや、操作方法がわからないっていう、初歩的なところで詰まってしまった。
Indeed, Poirot. We were used to seeing you judge people with more discretion.
待って待って、長押しとかないよね。これで1個なのか。今カーソル当てただけだったんで。
Indeed, Poirot. We were used to seeing you judge people with more discretion.
これで2つ見つかったんだな。なんだ？じゃあこの振動は何だったんだろう？心拍。アップになるってこと？
Jap is in a good mood. I bet he thinks he's already caught the culprit.
よくわかんない。
The last customer to see Mrs. Asher alive left her shop at 5:30. The body was found at around 11 in the evening by an officer doing his rounds. The shop door was open. That's what alerted him.
Had anything been taken?
A little tobacco maybe, but you'd hardly murder for a few smokes. There's nothing of any real value in the shop.
What type of woman was Mrs. Asher?
In her 50s, married but separated, no children.
A husband?
Aha, Franz Asher, the husband. Alcoholic and violent. It's said that he regularly insulted his wife and threatened to kill her.
Do you think he's guilty?
We'll look for Franz Asher. If he doesn't have an alibi, the case is closed. A very unoriginal murder.
Peut-être. May I examine the crime scene?
Of course, old chap.
I'll be with you in a minute, Poirot.
Jap is in a good mood. I bet he thinks he's already caught the culprit. Jap is in a good mood. The place is unusually tidy for a crime scene.
ヒントが近いとターゲットサークルが緑になるのかな？よくわかんない。遺体そのまま？紙袋から血が出てる。左スティックで。
Red liquid is oozing out. Is it blood?
そうか、赤いからといって。
No, it's just some strawberries that are losing their juice. They probably come from the fruit and vegetable shop opposite.
こで3分の1になってるってことは、あっちの棚のところであと1個ヒントが隠れてるってことだね。
It's not just any railway guide. It's an ABC. It's open at the letter A. There are no prints on the book.
指紋調べるの早いな。
The counter is covered with fingerprints all on top of one another. Unfortunately, it will not be possible to use them.
なんか英語ポイントがプラスされた。解読。左スティックで全ての角度から観察。手のアイコンがエレメントに向いているときは R2 を入力。戻るには丸ボタン。
The till does not appear to have been touched. I have to check that nothing is missing from it.
なんだこれ。何？これ何
？Something is preventing the drawer from opening.
はあ。また押しちゃった。
Something is preventing. It would be best to examine the rest of the till.
はーい。
It would be best to examine the rest of the till. It is blocked by something.
これを押したら普通はレジが開くってことなの
It
か
would
な
be best to examine the rest of the till. It is blocked by something. It is blocked by something. It is blocked by something.
ちょっと戻ろう。あ、鍵がかかってる。掴んで。
A mechanism has just made a fan click.
この下に5って書いてあるのは何なの
The till is full of money, but there is something strange. Something is hidden underneath.
今なんか
Something is hidden underneath.
下にどうやって開けるんだろう
Something is hidden underneath. Something is hidden underneath.
ここにさ、これ、8、5、どっかの番号かな？何？
Something is hidden underneath.
どうすれば？これ引っ張れない。
Something is hidden underneath.
お札もどけれない。これ。正解だった。
This must be the key to the back of the shop.
ほうほう。
The place is unusually tidy for a crime scene.
あれ ?3 分の0になってるな。色が、サークルの色がね、さっきここ調べたのにね。あ、そういうこと？今震えた。この辺の近くに何かあるっぽい。緑が濃くなってきた。
Nothing suggests any sign of a fight.
ちょっと分かってきたな。あ、出ちゃダメだよ。店出ちゃダメ。そこのメモが見たいんだ。このあからさまに怪しいメモは何もないの？なんか汚れてるだけなのかな。
She just has one wound on the back of the head. There are no other wounds or signs of a struggle. This poor woman's head is resting in a very even-shaped pool of blood.
現場で殺されたかどうか。
The body is hidden by the counter and is not visible from the tobacco shop's door. Many customers must have thought that Mrs. Asher had popped out.
第一発見者誰ですかね。
She has a packet of Play cigarette next to her hand. Did she drop it when she fell?
ダイイングメッセージじゃなかったら、
I can't see any other mark on the floor. There are cigarettes packets in a mess on the shelf.
タバコ取ってって言われた時に犯人が叩いたの。
So, Poirot, any news?
So, an ABC guide with no fingerprints but prints all over the counter.
Normally, the tobacco shop does not sell ABC guides.
Exact. Mon ami, could you have a word with the neighbors? Some may have seen something.
Of course, my friend, I'll do it straight away.
The door is locked.
アイテム、待って。使う。あ、
Blood. Did Alice Asher suffer from nosebleeds? An inscription in German. Souvenir of our honeymoon in the Black Forest. To my Alice forever, Franz Asher. The Ashers were a lovely couple when they were young.
英語ポイントって何でつくんだろう。
What a strange box.
Wow.
It looks like you have to slide the slats of wood to open it.
くぼみがある。こういう箱なんて言うんだっけ。からくり箱か。
It is blocked. This button appears to activate a mechanism.
あれ、もう、あ
It is blocked. It is blocked.
思えばいい。あれあ、待って待って。いや、操作混乱するわ。
That should do it.
教えてくれるのか。ああ。できた。
Who is this young woman?
アリスじゃないの？
To my dear Aunt Alice, Marie Drauer.
Have you found anything?
The victim has a niece. We must find her. This interior is very simple.
ブルブルしてますよ。緑色がこうして、あんまりお金なかったのかな。
Mrs. Asher lived very simply.
え何してるの？そんなためにそこに呼んだわけじゃない。何回も見なくていいんだけどな。それだけ？それで全部？本当に？カーペットの上とかにね、よく犯罪の証拠残ってるのに調べない。だけどいいのかな。
This fruit and vegetable shop has a front row seat, therefore, an employee might have noticed something.
さっきイチゴが潰れてたからね。
This fruit and vegetable shop has a front row seat, therefore, an employee.
イチゴを買いに来たのが誰か。入れないじゃん。行動範囲が狭いな。
Dash! A puddle! How clumsy.
水たまり。めっちゃネズミが走ってる。
This fruit and vegetable shop has a front row seat, therefore, an employee might have noticed something.
あれ？おえー。あれ？うんうん。これ。
The murderer deliberately left behind this ABC as a signature. The absence of fingerprints and the fact that it is open at letter A for Andover leaves little doubt.
ああ。これなあ、どうなんだろう。
Mrs. Asher was killed here. The absence of marks in the shop and the regular shape of the blood stains indicated beyond a doubt.
寝室に血の跡があったんだけどな。で、この店なんで入れないのかな。まだやることがある？ 穴が入ってない。寝室がまだ操作終わってないってことか。走ってくれないかな。うん。あ、そういうことか。あの箱かと思った。こんなに仕掛けだらけの家ある？
Such a pretty decoration should be at the center of the motif to respect the symmetry.
左右対称。ここは動かないんだね。あ、繋がってないな。左右対称ってどういうこと？そもそも左右対称になる？ちょっと待って。言って。言ってくれない。
Such a pretty decoration should be at the center of the motif to respect the symmetry.
あ、そういうこと？これを動かすってこと？そんな簡単じゃないよね。
The wooden flower is preventing the circle from turning. The wooden flower is preventing the circle from turning.
ず真ん中の横棒とこことつなげなきゃいけないんだよね。これか。これしかつながらない。あ、どっちにしてもつながる場所は一緒なのか。はいはい。お？つながってはないけど、持っていけはする。
I heard a faint sound as if something was unlocked.
左右対称？それは
It is blocked. It is blocked.
そこは見れない。ことはこれがやっぱり間違ってるってこと？リンリンって。もう回せなくなっちゃったな。何の音なんだろう。あ、待って。あ、そうなの？
These drawings appear to be attached to the chest of drawers. They won't move. These drawings appear to be attached to the chest. These drawings appear to be attached to the chest of drawers. These drawings appear to be attached.
それは分かったよ。あ、ここにもあった。待って、こんな絵なかったよね。 あ、これはあったな。え？なんか動いた。
It is blocked.
ここだけかな、音鳴ってないの。待って待って。待って。あれ？左が下。逆回しにしちゃった。え？ちゃんと止まらない？ちゃんと止まらないな。これはそのまま。右がお尻。怪しげな薬の瓶。
Medicine. Laudanum-based cough medicine, Mrs. Asher, and Dover Morley Laboratory, London. It's strange to find such an elaborate medicine from a leading London laboratory in the home of such a modest woman. From Mr. Adam Flint, Royal Bank, Eastfield Road, Andover. To Mrs. Alice Asher, 5 Bishops Road, Andover. Asher, further to your request of 12 February 1935, I have informed my superiors of your wish to apply for a loan to acquire the lease of the shop you rent from Mr. Fairfax. Despite the seriousness of your case, I regret to inform you that your request has been denied. The amount of your personal contribution, £11, is not high enough and represents too small a part of the final transaction. I remain at your disposal for any questions. Adam Flint. Mrs. Asher's meager savings were not enough for her to own the tobacco shop, but will largely cover her funeral costs.
つら。
I think I've looked everywhere here. Let us see if I can find any more information in the shop's surroundings.
Fourpence a lettuce, a lovely large lettuce, 4pence only.
あれあの態度悪そうな女の人が店員さん？
This woman appears to be a smoker. She's a big smoker. She must have been a customer at the tobacco shop. Did you know Alice Asher well?
And for starters, who are you?
I'm Hercule Poirot, the detective.
You're foreign, that's for sure, with your accent and your odd way about you. And you're here about Alice's murder, I suppose. Well, I've nothing to say to you.
Did you speak to the victim yesterday?
No, I never saw her.
Please try and help me, madame.
Why should I help you? For your beautiful moustache? Heh. Come on, move along now. You're scaring away my customers.
Please, do not be ridiculous.
ああ。下に1号があるね。四角かな一部。
I know that Alice Asher bought strawberries from you yesterday.
Well, you know more than I do then. Run along now. I have work to do.
あ、じゃあ、聞き込み失敗したかな。
Oh, you again? I've nothing to say.
あ、じゃあ。
Strawberries, 6pence a pound.
Hey, Poirot. Is the greengrocer causing trouble? I'll sort her out.
No, please, leave her, Chief Inspector. I'll get her to talk later.
I found the victim's niece. She's waiting for you in the back of the shop.
Thank you, mon ami. I'll question her.
てか、そんな近くに住んでたの？
Jap had the body removed out of respect for the victim's niece.
死の後そんな簡単に消えるもん。
Is her grief sincere?
ひどいな。
She appears to be very upset. She's dressed in mourning. She looks fragile. Stop crying, please. It is very
ひど
annoying.
い言い方。
You don't understand. My aunt was the only family I had.
Your aunt did not have any children. Is that correct?
No. She was separated from her husband.
What do you think about Franz Asher, your aunt's husband?
He never left her alone. Poor aunt. She used to drop by all the time and make a scene.
You are not very surprised when you heard what happened?
Oh, but I was. You see, it was a nasty piece of work, but up until yesterday, it was just empty threats. He shouted a lot, but she wasn't afraid of him. Why, he used to slink away when she turned on him. He was afraid of her, if you like.
あら。
Did your aunt enjoy good health?
She had a bad throat, but she was well cared for by a doctor in London.
Does Franz Asher work?
All he's done for years is drink and gamble, but he used to be a very good cabinet maker.
What does he live on?
My aunt used to give him 5 shillings a week.
Why did she support such a goods for nothing?
He was her husband. She couldn't leave him with nothing.
I understand. You have been of great assistance, mademoiselle. Please take this young lady home.
My pleasure.
Well, this Franz Asher does not seem to be quite so dangerous as Jap says. And since Alice Asher gave him money regularly, it was not in his interest to kill her.
5シリングってどれぐらいのお金なんですかね。
We have to wait for him to sleep it off. He's all yours, Poirot. There are a few things I need to check.
There must be some way of sobering him up.
I wonder what his wife used to do. He must have scared the customers away.
Tobacco 1 シリング。マッチはわかんない単位だ。
He's not in any condition to be questioned. I have to find a way to sober him up.
水をプシャーですな。
Mrs. Asher lived very simply.
そうじゃなくてそのお水を
Mrs. Asher lived very simply. Is not in any condition to be questioned.
水でかければいいなあれ
It's Alice Asher's notebook. Ah, that's interesting. It probably contains information about her possible debtors and creditors. Bodley, the fruit seller has debts too. She will probably be more cooperative thanks to this piece of information. Mary Drower was telling the truth. Mrs. Asher regularly gave money to her alcoholic husband. A box of new stockings.
何シリングがポンドなんだろう。出れない。
Your fruit is rotten.
What? A foreigner dares to say that?
According to the victim's account book, you owed her £10 for tobacco and magazines.
That's a lie. She owed me £1. I swear.
Now, please be so kind as to explain this.
Look at my account book. Alice owed me £11 for fruit and vegetables. I may have had a slate at her shop, but she had one at mine. She owed me £1. And that reminds me I have to get it back from her niece.
That is quite enough. Your account book has saved you. But I might ask Chief Inspector Japp to throw you in the cells for 1 or 2 nights while he checks your entries. Do you want to go to prison?
Prison? Now that's not fair. I haven't done nothing.
In that case, I am counting on your full collaboration.
Yes, sir. Of course, sir. Listen, I didn't kill Alice, I swear. But it's true that I did go to the shop yesterday.
At what time?
6 o'clock. She left me a note saying she wanted some strawberries if I got some. I received them late, about 6. So I took them over to her.
But you did not see her.
She wasn't in the shop, so I just put the strawberries on the counter and left.
Hmm. 見たこと、気づいたこと、違う。
You were not alarmed?
I thought Alice had just gone to get her medicine from her room and that she'd be straight back.
You mentioned medicine.
Something for her cough. She used to take it a lot.
Who do you think killed her?
France. Her scoundrel of a husband. He was always after her for something. Well, he's a foreigner. Sorry, sir. What I mean is he's German. That's even worse.
Did you see Franz Asher enter the tobacco shop late yesterday afternoon?
Well, no. But at that time of the day, the streets are packed, and I have better things to do than watch her shop.
これ完成できるかな。あれ？だから緑と赤の色。こいつ信じていいのかな。ダメだな。
Fourpence a lettuce, a lovely large lettuce, 4p. Strawberries, get your delicious strawberries here.
Dash! A puddle. How clumsy.
ありがとうございます。人が増えている。
The priority is to question Asher.
その前に起こさないとね。
The priority is to question Asher.
起こせよ、誰か。
He's not in any condition to be questioned. I have to find a way to sober him up.
どうやってよ。水じゃないのね、
Mrs. Asher lived very simply.
違うんだな。お。懐かしいっていうのは、ケイトさんこのゲームしてたんですか？まさかこの薬を飲ませるとかじゃないね。あ、そうなんだ。じゃあこれ説明書なくてね、ダウンロードすると。
Medicine.
ちょっと最初戸惑いました。
Laudanum-based cough medicine, Miss. It's strange to find such a...
旦那さんが起きてくれないんです。そうそう。なんだろう。ちっちゃくて早いんで、ちょっと大変。オートじゃない方がいいのに、設定変更できないんですね。どうしたら起きてくれます？
He's not in any condition to be questioned. I have to find a way to sober him up.
はいはい。起きろ。水ぶっかけるか叩くしか思いつかないんですけどね。どうしたらいいのかな。
Strawberries, 6p a pound!
そこの瓶が気になるけど、あれ調べらんないな。
I'll just borrow your bottle a moment.
Take it. It's what Alice used to sober up her husband. But try not to empty the bottle.
っていうか、台所にあったコップに水入れればそれでいいと思うんだけどな。何なんだろう。この瓶、もう水入ってるのかな。口頭からかけるとかじゃなくて口。
Mes amis, I can say without a doubt that poor Mrs. Asher was killed between 5:30 and 6.
Killed when the street was packed with people. That's rather bold.
I've been talking to the neighbors, and...
No one's seen anything? Or rather, it's anything and everything. Am I wrong?
No.
Yeah. We must grill this villain Asher before he falls asleep again.
ポアロの髪型が。
This man is in rather a
血が
bad
出て
state.
るじゃないか。どうしたのそれ。あれかね、借金取り立てられたか。
This man has been fighting and he smells of alcohol.
この選択肢結構難しいですよね。
What were you doing yesterday at the time of the crime?
Can't recall.
今ので英語ポイントが入ったってことは、ポアロっぽいってことですよね。
You had been drinking again.
The occasional slap, sir. That's all.
And you cannot even remember how you ripped the coat?
I got it stuck in a door.
まあ、普通は責めますよ。嫌みったらしくしてれば。じゃあ、
The truth is that someone gave you a good beating.
A beating? No way. All right, he tore my coat and gave me a black eye. You see the state of him.
Very interesting. Who is the other that you struck?
Probably best if I tell you everything. Yesterday afternoon, I met Roderick Tanner. We'd bet on a dog fight together.
An illegal bet, naturally.
Yes, sir. Our dog won. Roderick got the money, but he refused to give me my share.
And you fought about it. What time was this?
In the evening, about 6, I think. We were on the other side of town.
あら、
You see, I couldn't have killed my
完
wife.
璧なアリバイ。
Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
そうですです。強制、なんだっけ、強制大会の手続きっていうか、パスワードを控えるのを忘れて、初期化しちゃいました。初期化もうちょっと待とうかなと思ったんだけど、やってしまった。今ね、スクエニに問い合わせ中です。明日中に返事来たらいいなぁ。今日、ルレ行きたかったのになぁ。明日とかに来ますかね。明日月曜日だもんね。そう、私これでも1回目じゃないんですよね。とほほと。明日か明後日。ちょっと正直ね、もう今日、10時ぐらいだったかな。さあ、プレイしようと思って。電源入れてね。昨日、ミラの前でバイバイしたじゃないですか。で、その後、キャラをデータセンター戻すためにトップに戻ろうと思ったんだけど、間違えてゲーム終了しちゃったんですよね。で、だから、お疲れ様です。あれですよ。ねえ、データセンター選ぶ画面でテストモードにしてれば、今日一応問題なくプレイできたんだけど、昨日に限ってログアウトしちゃったんで、失敗って感じですね。ちょっと、気づいたとき気が狂いそうだった。昨日結局、チュートリアルにね、付き合ってもらって、賢者をね、取得したてだったんですよ、桜の方で。で、他のね、エレメンタルにいるキャラのチル君は、賢者80なんで、初めてではないんですけど、久々に見たらスキル全然わかんなくて、一応ね、クロスホットバーとか設定し直して、それでいけるかなと思って、試しにルレに今日は行きまくろうと思ってたんですけど、ログインできなくて、発狂寸前でしたね。マジやってらんねえ。待って、これでいいのかな？まだ手がかり足りなくない？もうなえないなんてもんじゃないですよ、マジで。 暴れそう。これなんか足りなくない？あ、いいんだこれで。
The murderer probably pretended to be a customer. He hit the shopkeeper from behind as she turned around to serve him.
最初からすごい見てた。
Asher's alibi appears to be confirmed. All the same, I'm going to call and check that he did have a fight with this Tanner on the afternoon of the murder. You can never trust this sort of chap.
One thing is certain, Asher was a ruffian who used to beat his wife.
But he's not very educated. It certainly was not him who wrote the letter signed ABC. Let's resume, Hastings. We know the murderer pretended to be a customer. He did not kill her for money, that appears to be certain.
I agree with you on that point.
And the murderer left an ABC guide as a signature. Therefore, it's likely he wrote the letter.
Indeed, but that doesn't explain why and how he did it.
You are quite right. Why he did it is a mystery. But as for how he did it, we do know enough to try and reconstruct the events.
凶器も見つかってないけどな。あケイトさん、英語得意な方？私は絶賛勉強休憩中ですけど。もう1ヶ月ぐらい勉強してないな。やらなきゃ。大変難しそう。
The killer enters the shop.
インターじゃないんだね。アンダーって聞こえた今。
Mrs. Asher turns around to greet her customer.
アッシャーさん、結構濃い顔だな。ああ。
The murderer asks her for some tobacco. She turns her back to him. He seizes the opportunity to strike her.
タバコって言ってるのが、あれ、気になった。
He then places the ABC upside down before leaving. Everything appears to match the crime scene, mon cher Hastings. That is exactly what happened.
あ、そうなのかな。あ、でも、ドイツ人とか言ってたか？
Asher has a strong alibi, and we don't have any other suspect.
あ、でも喋
But
って
what
る
was
の
the
は英
point
語
of
で
this
すよね。
crime?
She had no debts. She gave Franz Asher money regularly. She wasn't owed money. Nobody stood to gain anything.
No doubt about it. The murderer is insane.
And I fear that we had not heard the last of him.
I hope you're wrong for once.
Bien, let's go back to London. If we hurry, we should catch the 7:02 train. Are you coming?
No, unfortunately, I have to talk with Andover police.
See you soon
イ
then.
ギリス英語な
Are
の
you coming, Hastings? Let's go home. There's nothing for us here.
Well, do you have any idea about the killer's identity?
The crime was committed by a man of medium height,
Okay.
with red hair and suspicious eyes. He has a slight limp on the right foot and a wart just
肩
below
甲
his
骨
shoulder
にここ
blade.
があるの？なんで？
Poirot!
Mon ami, what do you want? You fix upon me a look of dog-like devotion and demand of me a pronouncement à la Sherlock Holmes. Now for the truth. I do not know what the murderer looks
ここ
like,
に
nor where he lives,
シャーロックホームズの
nor
名
how
前
to
が
set
出てく
hands
るの
upon
が
him.
面白いの。
What shall we do then?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing?
Do not be so impatient, Hastings. The killer will manifest himself soon enough.
ああ。
I thought I heard the postman. Maybe there's some
だ
news.
けど、
I would go and see.
なんだろう、挑戦状みたいなのが届いてたんですよね、最初に。
Daily Flicker, June the 22nd, 1935. Battle over control of bank system. What will the government do for money? Andover, murder of a tobacconist.
ああ、もう、 最初の1文目で諦めました。この速さでは読めない。普通に扇風機回さなくて
some cool air.
暑いのか。この右ジョイスティックと左ジョイスティックを使うのがなんか慣れない。
It is now the
違う
right time.
違うよ、ポアロ。あ、
It is now the right time.
あ、そう。手紙。ねえ。しかもなんか、動かすのは左はまあ、そうだけど、すごい浮世絵がある。やっと、
Dear Mr. Poirot,
慣れてきたところ
what do you
操
think?
作。
I believe that I won this round. The end of our affair went like clockwork, don't you feel? But the fun has only just started. I would like to draw your attention to Bexhill-on-Sea on the 25th of this month. We're having a crazy time. Best wishes, ABC. The next crime will be in Bexhill. We must warn Jap to Scotland Yard.
Did the letter indicate anything that might help the police?
To be honest, I think we can already guess something about the next victim. But I need to think about it a little more.
なんで助手の方が座ってんだよ。観察？
Dear Mr. Poirot, well, what do you think? I believe that I won this round. The end of our affair went like clockwork, don't you feel? But the fun has only just started. I would like to draw your attention to Bexhill-on-Sea on the 25th of this month. We're having a crazy time. Best wishes, ABC.
待って。全然慣れてなかった操作方法。なんだよ。なるほど。あ、これちょっと待って。だから扇風機じゃなくて、合ってたんだ。
Let us examine this more closely.
愛がやたらね、でかい。あと ABC に独特のズレがある。タイプライターだよね、この時代。
Certain characters in the two letters may have similar defects.
なんか愛、手書きみたい。わざと大きくした感じ？
Yes, this I is weird.
このズレも気になるね。
Yes, the A appears to be quite unusual.
ここも？
Yes, the A appears to be quite unusual.
あ、もういい。
Let us examine the characters in this word.
単語の意味はいい。W がかすれてるな。全部だね。全部 W がかすれてる。
The W is not printed properly. I don't see anything in particular.
あ、
Let us
じゃあ
look at
こっ
another
ちが
word.
読みたい。こっちが読みたいんだよ。
Of course, the W characters in the two letters do indeed have the same defects. I have to find some other similar defects to confirm my theory. Yes, this I is weird. Yes, the A appears to be quite unusual.
まだあるこれさ、アポストロフィーって普通逆じゃないの？
Let us examine the characters in this word.
あ、違うの？
Right. Let us compare this with the other letter.
別のもの？あれ？このベストイシューズ。ああ、そっかそっか。愛の件どうなったの？
Yes, this I is weird.
あ、順番にやんなきゃダメなの
However,
かな？
the characters in the two words do not match.
順番にやんなきゃいけなかったのかな？
Yes, the I characters in the two letters do indeed have the same defects. I have to find some other similar defects to confirm my theory. Yes, the A appears to be quite unusual. Right. Let us compare this with the other letter.
あ、待って。あ、びっくりした。
That's right. The A characters in the two letters do indeed have the same defects. My theory was right. These two letters were written with the same typewriter. Both letters were written on the same typewriter and show the same characteristics.
You surprise me, Poirot. You usually ignore material proof.
But there is nothing usual about this case, Hastings. Nothing must be overlooked. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
So, Poirot, have you found something?
Oui, I believe so. But I am afraid it is not enough to stop the murderer. Let us go and see Chief Inspector Japp. I will explain there.
B から始まる人って言ってるね。ホワイトヘブン。ここそんな名前なの？ポアロって日本好きとかそんな描写あるんですかね、設定。 ええ
Andover, Hampshire, population 31,200 inhabitants.
危ね。ワニの生き物がある。
No doubt about it. Hastings is going bored.
ひどい。
No doubt about it. Hastings.
あれ参加ボタンがあるのに
No doubt about it.
観察するだけ
It may be time to go to Scotland Yard.
いや。あれ何やってんの？メイク吸ってんのかな？おう。ホワイトヘブンマンション。
It may be time to go to Scotland Yard.
あ、お前だったのかよ。ウケる。
To Scotland Yard, please.
あ、そうなの。ポアロっておしゃれさん設定？ロンドン。このまま入っていいのかな？あれあれてか、ポアロ走ってほしい。なんでないの？入れないんだわ。あ、普通に入ればいいのか？入れないよ。入れないし、誰も喋れない。あれは、あ、警察って門の中じゃないの？歩道に乗れない。じゃあ、マジ走ってポアロ。ポアロちょっと待って、電話でよかったんじゃないの？知らせるの。まさか。え、マジ？
It is not the right
あ、
time.
だよね。あ、これ？私これ、カーソルをまた忘れていた。普通近づいたら、いるのに。お前いつも私より先に入ってるな。
Like all hunters, Hastings has always been fascinated by weapons.
わお。猟銃なのか、馬の横顔かと思った。なんか、
Jap has invested a great deal in his career.
狩猟も得意なのね。
Jap is an investigator greatly respected by his peers.
ジャップ警部もポアロと一緒に リーズに出てくるんですかね。
Alice Asher was murdered in Andover, the ABC killer's first murder. London. I really like this city. One thing is certain, you never get bored here.
ああ、下の参加席になったの。
Jap appears to be snowed under. Jap appears to already be overloaded with work. My news is not going to improve matters. Bonjour, Chief Inspector. I am afraid we have some bad news. I have just received another letter signed ABC. The next crime will be on the 25th in Bexhill-on-Sea.
Are you completely sure it's from the same person?
I have compared the two letters. There is no doubt about it.
I suppose you think he's going to carry out his threats.
I fear so.
Good God, Poirot. Bexhill is very busy at this time of year, and we have no idea who the next victim will be.
I suspect that the name of the second victim will start with B.
What on earth makes you think such a thing?
I thought about it when I saw the name Asher clearly written over the shop door of the unfortunate woman who was murdered in Andover last month. When I received a letter mentioning Bexhill, I deduced that the victim, like the town, might have been chosen by alphabetical order.
So it's an alphabet fiend. I'm going to have a list drawn up of all the people whose name starts with B. I hope there aren't too many of them.
Bien. We should leave you to work, Chief Inspector.
You have a few days to prepare yourself.
Thank you for coming, my friends.
22日だっけ？あ、ゲームの話ですけど。
Poirot?
Chief Inspector Jap, your call does not bode well.
Indeed, we have just found the body of a young woman on the beach in Bexhill. An ABC was placed on the body.
We'll be there as soon as possible.
Wow, 綺麗。ベクスヒルって本当に土地あるんですかね。
Bexhill is a delightful town. It would be nice to come back and visit.
I do not entirely agree. Walking at the beach damages my shoes, and it hurts my knee.
So the years have not spared you, my friend. It's the same for all of us.
That is exactly what I said to myself when I saw you back from your travels.
Poirot.
Do not be offended, Hastings. I can see Jap waiting for us. And from his face, I would say that things are not looking good.
そりゃ殺人起きたんですからね、いいことじゃないですよね。カモメがかわいい。ポアロ走っておしゃれとか言ってる場合じゃないから。ああ、遺体が痛ましい。私も髪切った方がいいのかな。
How do you do, gentlemen?
Chief Inspector?
I fear your admirer has struck again, Poirot. We haven't yet identified the victim, but it's a young woman, 20 to 25 years old. Death occurred last night between 11:30 and 1 o'clock, and we found an ABC guide on the body.
Was she pretty?
Come on, Poirot, that's rather out of place. It has no bearing on the murder.
Are you certain? For women, it is often the most important thing. It often decides their destiny.
The body hasn't been moved. You can see for yourself.
Has the press been informed?
Not yet, but I'm planning to. I haven't yet informed them about the presence of the ABC guide in Andover.
Nobody has reported a young woman missing?
Not for the moment.
No witnesses, I imagine?
Indeed. We've asked everybody who may have met a young woman fitting her description last night to come and see us, but I have little hope of gaining anything from it.
It's early days, Chief Inspector, and the news may not have spread around the town yet.
I hope you're right, Hastings.
Hastings appears to be ill at ease. He appeared to be relatively indifferent to Mrs. Asher's murder, but the young woman's murder seems to be troubling him greatly.
動揺の主張が違うっていう変な話。二人目だからっていうのだったらわかる。
Hastings appears to be ill at ease.
ヘイスティング、女子の方か。警部は喋れない。考察ですね。
These marks have been left by a rope or a braided cloth.
そういうこと？
This key is too small to be one for a house. Without a doubt, it is for a padlock.
そこが調べたいじゃないのに。なんか調べたところに丸が出るようになった。さっきまでなかった昨日。ぼーっとしてしまった。
The guide is open at the page for the Bexhill train times.
三河線はありますか？
She was a great beauty. Strange that chap didn't notice it.
君顔で美しいって言われてもな。
A braided silk belt. It may have belonged to the victim. The young woman wasn't wearing shoes or a coat, and was not carrying a bag. That's strange. Either the murderer stole her belongings, or she put them somewhere safe. Maybe so that she could bath. Apart from the marks on her neck, there are no signs of the struggle. She didn't manage to hit her assailant. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
被害者はどうやって殺されたか。どうやって殺されたか。違う。違う。あれ？違う。これが違うのかな。
The poor child must have been strangled with his braided belt. Unfortunately, in view of the fabric, it is unlikely that we will find any prints. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work. The medical officer should confirm that the victim was strangled with her own belt.
That's what I thought. She shows the usual signs of strangulation.
With a little luck, we'll find prints this time.
You are too optimistic, Hastings. Our killer is far too meticulous for that.
だよね。被害者を特定する。ここじゃないのか。ロッカーかな。ロッカーはなさそう？あ、ゲストハウスみたいな感じなのか。
This hut is locked.
あの鍵持ってんのかな？持ってないよね。でも、全部の部屋に鍵がかかってるってことは、犯人は、この彼女を連れ出してから施錠したってこと？
This key is too small to be one for a house.
それ取ろうよ。あ、取った？持ってた。ごめん。あ、ベイさん、こんばんは。I'm playing game now. It's ABC キラー。事件ってなんて言うんだろう。殺人事件。Addicted Poirot。ABC キラー。わかって。Do you know アガサクリスティ？あ、マーダーだ。そうだ。殺人者ってマーダーだ。ベイさん、いつコメントくれたのか。ごめんね。画面全然見てなかった。I'm sorry. 使う。
The key does not fit the lock.
キューってなってるんで。部屋の数。これいちいちめちゃめんどくさいんだわ。
The key does not fit the lock.
Hi, Bear. You're here? You're there? もういないのかな。あ、間違えた。
The key does not fit the lock.
間違えた。待って。いきなり考察入ったんだけど。しかも待って。番号があるじゃん、これ。使う。
A dual locking padlock. I need to find the code and then insert a key.
マジか。わかんねえ。あ、やだ、番号書いてあるじゃん。あ、そうなの？あれ、アンダーバーだったよね。上にはつかないよね。6番だよね、きっとね。待って、これ9番の部屋だけど。まあ、入る。なんでここに6番の部屋じゃないの？あれ？ああ。 無反応？あれ？無反応になっちゃった。じゃあ、ここの鍵ってこと？よくわかんないな。こっちも9番なんだよね。ってことは、この番号がおかしいってこと？ 6 なのにってこと？これ、なんて書いてある？676？
A dual locking padlock. I need to find the code and then insert a key.
そんな簡単でいいの？
Firstly, I have to enter the padlock's code.
番号を入れたぞ。間違ってたってことね。でもこれ76だよね。あ、9かな。976ってこと？え？ 5？ 715か？あれ？あ、合ってたのかな。やったー。
The purse is full. Yet again, we can dismiss theft as the motive for the murder. Here is the watch she must have removed to prevent it from getting wet. A top brand lipstick. She liked to take care of her appearance. As well as a photo of the victim with some company. It could be useful to me.
Oh, お似合いなのか？女の人の方は美人だって言ってたけど、男の人、アバターがあるぞ。あれ？あ、
It definitely was here that the victim left her belongings. Betty's first day at work. Mom is very proud of you. Elizabeth Barnard, 7 August 1931. So, the young lady did have a name starting with B, and she worked as a ginger cat, an establishment that must be slightly further along the beach.
Jap has gone to the police. The victim has been identified and her family had reported her disappearance. She was called?
Elizabeth Barnard, mainly Betty. She worked as a ginger cat, the cafe slightly further along the beach.
But Poirot, how on earth?
Never mind. Do you have her address?
Yes, she lived with her parents on the street leading to the beach, number 22. Shall we go?
You are far too impatient, Hastings. Let the poor people take in the news first. Let us go and visit the cafe where Betty worked.
あ、結構遅いな。ていうか、これはレンタルハウスだったってことですね。結構お金持ってるお家だったのかな。ポアロは歩くのマジ遅い。ここかな。ジンジャーキャットレストラン。
Hastings appears to be ill at ease. He appeared to... I fear that this case is far from being solved.
Come on, Poirot. You'll find the killer.
Certes. But how many times will he kill before I do?
あ、そうか。なんか、ABC 殺人事件って言ったから、なんか、3人で終わりそうな気がしてたけど、続いていくのか。そっか。あ、まだ右のカーソル忘れる。
I'll be with you in a minute, gentlemen.
今日はこの辺で終わりにしようかな。まだね、一件しか殺人が起きてませんが。ちょっとポアロさんが早く歩いてくれないので疲れました。オートセーブだって言ってたので、このまま配信終わりましょうかね。どうも長い間お付き合いいただきありがとうございます。そうですね。できればお家に入る前とか、プリント。ね。ポアロのお家で終わった方が良かったかもしれない。でも明日も多分、まだFF14 アクセスできないと思うので、明日もプレイします。よかったら見に来てください。ではこの辺で、YouTube の配信は終わりにします。ありがとうございました。